This is where it all goes down at right here. This moment right here, Cowboy Nation, the element of not just surprise, the element of distractions. Now, I'm going to go right to the chase. The Jacksonville Jaguars, and it could be also the Vegas Raiders, requested for Kellen Moore and as well as Dan Quinn for an interview. Now, for some people, they would say, well, Law, it's just an interview. No. It's more to it within the process of the process, because they requested permission, and Jerry Wayne Jones and John Stephen Jones both. They can't hold the hand. They got to honor it, right? They can't get it into the way. They can't intervene. And especially when it's an assistant coach or a defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator for a position to be or a chance to be a head coach. Now it goes all into this thing right here. What have you done in the last few years? What are your game plan? Hey, you picking up the phone also, you're talking to your boo thing, your squeeze, and saying, hey, or your wife or what have you. And I got an unbelievable opportunity now to be a head coach. And there's nothing wrong with that, Cowboy Nation. But the season is still in works right now. The NFL need to really change this rule. I don't like it. Yes, unbelievable opportunity, but the season is still going on right now for the Cowboys. It's still going on. They should push this thing back the day after the Super Bowl. That is when the interview process should get to kicking and rolling in. Because now what's happening now, Cowboy Nation and everybody that's listening, the element of, did you get the job? How did you do in that interview? You reaching out to your resources. You thinking about your team. You want to be able to impress. So your game plan and the things that you thought about putting in as it relates to activity-wise for daily operation to win your game is now delayed. Is now put back. The focus level is not there. Granted, I love the ideal for those guys getting the opportunity, but the distraction level will be at its all-time high. And on top of that, if you pick one and didn't pick the other, now they're going to be thinking to themselves, man, what did he say about me in that interview? What didn't I say right? It's crazy, Cowboy Nation. So, breaking down Kellen Moore's resume, he's only been the assistant, keep on saying assistant, but he only been the offensive coordinator for 3 years, right? Don't have a lot of iron out there, don't have a lot of sweat equity, but one can argue his 3 years as the offensive coordinator, the Cowboys been ranked top 10 in offense. And with Dak Prescott under center, the Cowboys been ranked, I believe, under Kellen Moore's administration as the offensive coordinator, they have been ranked at least top 1, top 2, top 3, respectfully speaking, dare I say, in major categories. And right now, the Cowboys are ranked number 1 in offense. And if you want to sell anything, you want to sell offense, Cowboy Nation. That's just how it goes. If the Jaguars or the Raiders want to sell anything, offense. That brings a lot of people to the stadium, butts in seats. That sells a lot. But far as a cultural change, one can argue Dan Quinn, he's been remarkable in that space. Been remarkable. When he got the job at Atlanta, took him to the Super Bowl. Changed some of the culture, the mindset, the philosophy. Dan Quinn come from a system. Whereas, hey, if he can redo it and retake and look back at life, he'll say, man, I would do this different. Hey, maybe I don't need to touch that more. I need to listen to my contemporaries a lot in this situation. Maybe, just maybe, that could be a situation and scenario for him. A chance of new life down there in Jacksonville land or Vegas. Vegas, we're talking about Vegas, Cowboy Nation. Both of those locations, I'm just going to throw in Vegas because they are the next team on the docket, basically. to reach out to Jerry Jones and say, hey, we would like for those guys to be over here. Now, back to Kellen Moore. Will there be some growing pains as a head coach? Yeah. Like I said before in my previous videos, there's nothing wrong with being the head coach and being the person that's in charge of everything. When you walk in your house and somebody left the light on, you can really say, hey, who left that light on? You know, it's your responsibility. It's your responsibility. And when the bill comes, you shouldn't be looking for anybody else to pay that bill because you are the head person in charge. So Kellen Moore, he's going to have to learn that aspect of it, because right now somebody else is paying the light bill and somebody else is responsible for the lights to be turned on and off, if I could use that as an analogy. So being a coordinator, you can lean on the head coach. Now, the person that could lose a lot of this, Cowboy Nation, believe it or not, Mike McCarthy. Because now if you lose your defensive coordinator, if somehow in this shakedown, if you lose your offensive coordinator, you lost two of the major impacts to your team. The whole identity in the infrastructure is gone. Everything, a lot of people right now that's listening saying, man, Mike McCarthy really ain't doing a lot. Although I believe delegation is a wonderful, wonderful task at hand. But one can argue that the defensive coordinator changed the culture. And on top of that, the defensive coordinator knew how to use and utilize Parsons, the lion that he is, backer, you know what I'm saying, in right spots, in right places. And what I've told a lot of people is that what Dan Quinn is actually doing is teaching. There's an old saying out there, Cowboy Nation, old saying, give a child a fish, you feed him for a day. Teach him how to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. And when you look back at training camp and you look at the individual tape, you absolutely see Dan Quinn with his hands on the players, teaching them this is the reason why you disengage at this point. Widen your hips, shorten your stance, use your short area quickness, dip your shoulder, get around, disengage. And he did it for everybody. Osa, Tristan Hill, Navell Gallimore, Carlos Watkins. Carlos Watkins was considered trash before coming over here, Cowboys Nation. Look how he turned the corner for Carlos. I even seen him put his hands on J-Rock. J-Rock cursed, hey, when you get close to the LOS, use your long arms and the hands to knock that off, chop it away. Dispose of it, get rid of it, get to the quarterback. J-Ron Curse, before he came to the Cowboys, was considered used and abused, washed up. What's on the bottom of most people's feet? But look how he turned everything around. So you really think that if Dan Quinn goes to another position as it relates to a coaching situation as a head coach for the Jacksonville Jaguars or for the Raiders or any team that's out there, that he's going to reach out to some of his guys and say, hey, come on over here, man. Let me show you how this program can work. That's starting everything over once again. A level of distractions. It's crazy, Cowboy Nation, when we can look at this, and this is part of the season. Now, I can clearly see if they look at it and say, okay, after the Super Bowl or once, teams that not make it to the Super Bowl, because there's only 2 teams that will make it there, right? Then they go through the interview process minus the 2 teams that's in the Super Bowl. But man, this level right here is crazy. Shout out to the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Raiders. But the level of, somebody call it, hey, coach, did you get the job? Congratulations, coach. Coach, how did it go? Or the boo thing, the Swedes asking, hey, Boo, did you get the job? How did you do in the interview? That goes a long way. That is a level of distraction that you don't need. Your focus level should be on the Cards right now. And then after the Cards, your focus level need to be on the Eagles. After the Eagles, your focus level need to be on whoever you face in the playoffs. Well, Law, these guys are athletes, or these guys are professionals. These guys got all type of skill set. They can do multiple things at once. They shouldn't be focused in on football, Law. This is an unbelievable opportunity. Let's take advantage of that. No, baby. The mindset should be, I got a contract with this company. My focus level is right now for this company. But once my contract is expired, the opportunity for me to work for you will be granted. And one thing I can tell you about this. The company that will hire you, the company that's requesting you, if you stand firm on your ground, they will respect you more. Because now they say, hey, this person got a level of integrity. This person is sold in on what they're supposed to do as it relates to their position, their duty, and their title. And although we're dangling more money, more opportunity to them, they focus, we need somebody like that. Juxtaposed to bringing somebody in during the season, even if it's for a soft interview. The NFL need to change their ruling. That's all I'm saying. And I've been with this stance for a long time. I've seen it happen in 2018. Teams are reaching out to Chris Richard while the season is still going on. They said, hey, he's a good prime candidate to be a defensive coordinator for us. They did all of that shakedown, and all of that focus level was gone. Let me know what the Cowboys did in the playoffs. And I'm not saying that Chris Richard was the reason why they couldn't stop a nosebleed as it relates to running. The Rams were running left and right, but I'm quite sure if he spent 2 to 3 more hours on focusing in on what the Rams were doing that week, on how to stop a run, maybe just maybe his mind would be set and his thoughts would be clear to say to everyone, hey, we need to hurry up and make this substitution. We need to kick this guy from the right to the left to stop the nosebleed. That's just my thoughts with that. I can't make this stuff up, Cowboy Nation. You got to have a clear mind going into the battles of the battles. You got to have a process and a plan and procedures together. Now, some guys can get away with it. Bill Belichick been a head coach for a long time. He groomed his guys up wonderful, tremendous. But the Cowboys organization is not built that way. This is Mike McCarthy's second year. First year with Dan Quinn. Second year ever with Kellen Moore. So there are things that they still got to learn with each other, coaching with each other, philosophy and scheme, picking up the information with each other and making this thing smooth. But it don't get that way. It don't get that way when you keep moving things in and out, Cowboy Nation. Post me your thoughts, post me your concerns down below. That's my thoughts. I just believe that the NFL need to change the ruling up after the Super Bowl. The off season is long. It's pretty long, Cowboy Nation. NFL is long. It's flat out long. And they could do all of the hiring and firing after the Super Bowl. The off season is so long. Don't intervene with these guys when the NFL season itself, collectively speaking, is only 17 weeks. And the playoffs is so short at that as well. So you shouldn't have to rush it and create chaos, distractions, and all of that stuff while the season is still going on. That's my thoughts on that. Post me yours. I know somebody gonna say, well, no, Law, this is an unbelievable opportunity. Well, it is. Wait it out. Don't rush it. And don't force it. Y'all know what happened when you rush and force things. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Go Cowboys. It's crazy. Mm.